The next one I want to talk about, and this is really common, and Marshall says, if he were here, he would say, I never heard of this. Sally really opened my eyes on this. It is very, very common habit among women, and that is putting your job before your career. Investing all your energy in the job you have, in doing as good a job of the job you have as you possibly can, in the expectation that if you do the best job, you will be promoted to the next job. And that's how it will play out, because you did the best job. And not thinking strategically the context of this job. Okay, this is a job, this is a good job. I need to do a good job, of course, but where do I want this job to lead? What skills can I develop on this job that can lead me to the next job? Without that sort of intentional framing about where this job fits in your plan, if you default to the idea of all I need to do is be the best person at this job and things will work out and I'll move up, that often doesn't happen. And why doesn't it happen? It doesn't happen because, well, a couple things. Number one is, if you do the absolute best job for the job you have, what you're doing basically is proving that you are the ideal person for that job. The ideal person for that job. You're not proving anything about what else you might be capable of, because you're so invested in that job. You can also, in proving you're the ideal person, you can make yourself invaluable to your boss or your team because of the passion and effort you throw into the job you're doing now. And when you become invaluable, they may not perceive it to be in their interest to promote you, because they rely on you. And then as you recognize the extent to which they rely on you, you come to feel that if you were to move on, it would be disloyal. So it's a really good way of keeping yourself trapped, putting everything, all your hopes and all your efforts into the job you have, with the assumption that it will take care of itself. The other thing is that generally, when you overinvest in a job you have, that is, bring everything to it, you are overvaluing expertise. You're seeing that the expertise that you develop and the expertise that you contribute to the effort as being the most important thing. In my experience, wherever this is, every great career is built on three things. It's built on expertise. Yes, I'm not undermining the importance of expertise. It's built on expertise. It's built on visibility, and it's built on connections. And the expertise you're developing relates to the job you have now, but the visibility and the connections are going to be essential in leading you to the next job. They're really what relates to that next job. So you don't want to be so heads down that you I've just got to do this job. I'm just going to be the best I possibly can be at this job and things will work out. You also want to be thinking about building your own visibility, which we just talked about with the reluctance to claim your achievement, building your visibility, and about building connections. I often work with women. I see they come into a new job and they'll say, I've got a real learning curve here, so I'm just going to keep my head down for the first 6 months and learn my job, and then I'll look up and start building connections. And the most successful people I see walk into a new job, and the first question they ask themselves is, who do I need to know to make sure this job is a success? So it's an orientation about connections. And we want to be sure we are not undervaluing the importance of our visibility and our connections as we seek to do a superb job of the job we've had. Um, this is a very effective way for people getting trapped. I worked with a big law firm in Atlanta here in the US. And one of the women there came up after we've been talking about this, and she said, I realize this is exactly what we've done. She said, I came to this firm, I saw nobody was really good at writing briefs. And I decided I'm going to be the best brief writer in the firm. She said, 14 years later, I am, and all I do is write everybody's briefs because I'm known as being so good at that. That's how the company wants to use me. So it was that way in which she trapped herself. So it's just a heads up to always be thinking, how am I going to build my skills? Yes. How am I going to build my connections? How am I going to build my visibility? What every job is a job, but it's also a potential bridge to something else. How could I use this job as a bridge for something in the future? What might be interesting? What am I learning about this organization that could be interesting going forward? What kind of skills am I developing? What kind of skills do I need to develop? What kind of people do I need to develop relationships with? So always leaving part of your energy for thinking about where this could go, rather than just investing everything in the job is a better path forward. And part of the reason it's a better path forward is because it's very common to pour all your effort into the job you're doing, prove you're perfect for the job, and then watch someone else who did not do the kind of job you did, watch them get promoted. And then we feel baffled and we feel undervalued again. And we don't want to feel that way.